We're doing very well. Our key target and our aim is to grow and develop the cluster of digital companies here in the Hub. So from a purely numbers point of view, we've grown from 80 odd last year. Now we've 98 companies in the Hub, which is very close to the 100, so it's very exciting. We've had some really interesting new companies joining us this year. One that was the household name would be Slack. As you know, they're a web development company, the fastest growing app in the world at the moment, and they're holding about communication platforms for business to communicate with each other. So I mean, they've been really, really successful and a very exciting company to have in the Hub. So all in all, it's been a very, very good year. The cluster has grown, and we have a very vibrant community of digital businesses here now, employing over 650 people. So it's growing from strength to strength. So. I suppose the one that stands out most for me was the opening of our new building, the grain store. We opened in September. Minister Alex White, Department of Communications and International Resources, opened the building, and within a couple of weeks we have it now. It's fully let. And the first company that moved in was one of our own companies, Tipco. It used to be formerly Jasper Soft. They're now, and they're into big data analytics as well, and they're now taken over 1.5 floors, and we've, as I say, 5 other businesses in there now. So it was exciting now just to go in and see such a living building of contemporary and old designs. It's a real flagship building, and I say it's next door to the old Marshalsea debtors prison, which is more history in the area. So we call the actual conference room on the ground floor the Marshalsea room to kind of reflect the history of the area. I see the benefits of being in the cluster on 3 levels. So the obvious ones on level 1 would be things like, flexible and affordable accommodation. We have state-of-the-art meeting rooms, breakout spaces, 24/7 access and security, swipe card security, access to fast broadband, in-house catering, all of those kind of hygiene factors you describe them as. Then on the next level, then we provide a whole range of industry and technical advice and support around events we run, things like we provide media training for our companies, which prepares them to communicate their message, and also prepare them for if they're making pitches for funding or whatever. So we do have industry expert talks, such as Fred Carlson from Dundee, and more recently John Collison from Stripe, the online payments company. So they're very, very good. We also participate with the Bank of Ireland on their Enterprise Weekend, a startup gathering. Again, we run a number of events. And I suppose the other thing we do, which leads us into the third level of support, is we run a lot of networking events, and this networking and collaboration is the most exciting part of being part of the cluster, where companies are in close proximity together. And we have a number of examples of them collaborating together. We have numerous digital learning initiatives. I suppose the flagship one is our Future Creators, now in its 4th year. And this is where we take 14 to 16-year-old students in collaboration with National College of Art and Design. And they come from local schools, and the whole area around gaming, about app development, coding, creative, and they make filmmaking. And at the end of a sort of 6-month program, they showcase their wares at a special event. So we finished off with a graduation back in June of last year's cohort, and we have a new group of 25 kids starting. It started in September. In addition to the success of the program, we now have a new initiative called Future Creators Cadets, which is for 10 to 12-year-olds, and that just started there a couple of weeks ago, and that's really going really, really well. So because we know it's a very successful program, so we're trying to kind of build on the success of the previous iterations of the program to try and get more kids involved. In addition to, it was the first time ever we had we have this Dublin D8 Surfers Club, as we call it, for non-liners. So you might notice a lot of elderly people and sort of normal people you wouldn't associate with the Digital Hub coming to and visiting on a regular basis. And again, they're looking at social media. They're using technology to communicate with their family, especially those that are abroad, communicate with their doctors online, and also with their pharmacists. So that's been really, really successful. We also have taken 18 local businesses, including people who own pubs, and some of the marketeers in Mead Street are now trying to develop a web presence. And this was, again, we were able to do this through funding we got from the Department of Communications under the Benefit IT programme. And lastly is another programme again, funny enough, through a collaboration with Silicon Republic. I was introduced to Dr. Sue Black, who's the lady behind the Tech Mums initiative in the UK. And again, it's to support mothers to sort of kind of monitor what their children are doing online on social media, and also to help them as well to use technology. more of what I've just mentioned, particularly on the learning initiatives, the excitement of the future creator cadets. The other thing we're working on is we're working on a new program for our clients within the hub, particularly because, as you know, we have an unusual mix of foreign direct investment, foreign companies and Irish companies, trying to get them to collaborate more together. So I'm working on a scaling program which will be announced sometime early in the new year. Or also we're talking and engaging with a number of developers towards developing the major parts of our site which are still underdeveloped, to grow and expand the cluster into the future, so we can get a sort of a larger cohort of companies, large and small, which will increase the sort of the area of collaboration networks and grow and develop the clusters. So that's the exciting plans for 2016.